On.
All right, everybody. Bobby, do you want to mute everybody but me? Let's see. Okay. Hey, guys, welcome. So we're going to do a very quick recap of what's happened so far in the in our Zoom tonight. We started off, first of all, by saying, I'll just recap what I said and kind of pass it to each person so you can get the full recording. We were unable to record on the previous Zoom link. So my name's Margie Alaprandi, as you guys know, and I could not be more lit up than I am right now. I am so excited about where this company is going. I've experienced momentum before, and we are literally on the brink of momentum, and it is absolutely magical. You almost have to try hard not to win when a company is in momentum. If you just keep moving, right? You'll get washed over if you're sitting still. But if you just keep moving and keep picking up the activity and moving forward, you will win. It's almost like you can't not win. So listening to that kickoff call last night, I kept having tears well up in my eyes because of the level of heart and vision and just amazingness of our corporate team. Are they in tune with our needs or what? I have been on all of the advisory boards for 34 years. I've been on the advisory board of Modere for 4 years. And my friends, this level of collaboration, the way they listen, we're a company that has 2 really important values, 5, 6 total, but 2 that really play nicely together. One of them is humility. And no matter how good we think an idea is when we come in with it, if it's not working, we're going to make a change because we don't have ego in the game. And so we can move quickly, way more quickly. And because we're disruptive, we're always looking for that thing that is going to be game changing, that will create something where you can never go backwards again. So with those 2 things together, some of the announcements that are so incredible. First of all, the codes. We all know that those 10 days were going really quickly and they were getting feedback. Some customers, they don't want to share until they have had the experience of the products. Some people are ready to jump in, but they gave it enough time until we could really see the results. And then they changed. The codes are now available for 30 days. The family and friends codes are available for 30 days. You guys, that doesn't mean we want to wait till the 30th day. We want to get right on it and let them know. And one way to approach that, just a little piece of strategy, because some people want to wait till they have results. You can say to them, my friend, like, I'm 100% sure that you are going to get results. Hundreds of thousands of people are. And maybe you can't share results yet, but what you can share is your excitement with your friends and family, those who are the closest to you that you want on this journey with you. Share your excitement for the results that you are anticipating. So that's a really super good strategy. And then the fact that everybody is going to get these codes now, every customer, any order size, like, why not just get these codes out there, give people those deeper discounts. And then, as you know, we move along. This is the fulfillment of our initial vision. As you guys all know, we have amazing product science, the best in the world. Like, everybody copies us. Like, have you noticed that there's collagen everywhere right now? Have you noticed that we led the way? Have you noticed that we've got the best collagen? Nobody can match us. So we lead the way, we disrupt, and then people copy us, and then we go disrupt again, right? Like, I've seen this pattern happen over and over and over. And so our business science is to attract, retain, and grow customers, meaning we're going to get customers, we're going to bring them to us, but we want to keep them. And so we want to, like, roll out the red carpet, give them discounts, make them feel at home here, engender their loyalty. And then this whole amazing share, getting customers to share, attract, retain, and grow customers, getting customers to duplicate. No company has ever cracked that code. And with these friends and family codes, that's exactly what we are doing. Customers share, and then they are duplicating. And so it's just so magical. I love how they listen to us, how well they collaborate with us. Another thing they announced was the Escape. They're lowering the bar. Back in the day, we decided that the Escape was probably one of the most important things we would do all year, because we determined that Modere would be a lifestyle brand, that everyone that's a part of Modere would live a life styled by Modere. And the Escape is a big part of that. Now lowering the bar so that you can get those points. And let me tell you, wherever you are, you can actually do this in this month. And that's their goal. Get everyone there. Justin Sarah also said years ago, you know, if we become a multi-billion-dollar company and we get there and we don't like each other, we failed. And I just love that perspective, and I love that heart. And the Escape is a big part of all of that for us. So let us kick off this meeting now with our beautiful, lovely Debbie McKinney, who, man, when we first started communicating, it's like, okay, we're twin souls here. We've had so many common experiences. And so I'm going to invite her in now to share a quick inspirational thought. Get us started.
Okay, well, I'll just make a quick recap. So, we're here to make a difference because we want in ourselves and with others to have or be, or, something else, something beyond what we have right now. And in a lot of times we're told, well, you have to have a big why, and that does work, but it doesn't work all the time. And so sometimes people work and work and work. They're like, what happened? It's our mind. Our minds keep us back. And so what can we do? And so we have to know there is a way to change our minds. And Bob Proctor, rest in peace, I spent a lot of time with him, and he talked about being responsible for yourself, for the education, for the doing, for the constant spaced repetition to learn, to build that confidence. And so it's that constant spaced repetition. Read the good books and who you surround yourself with. And so I told a story a little bit earlier that I needed a new car, and he told me to go out and shop. So I did. I put the picture on my desk, took about 6 months. I ended up getting that Yukon. It didn't have a sunroof. And so I was kind of upset about that. So I realized the picture I had on my desk did not have the sunroof. So that was like my first big thing, like, oh my gosh, this stuff really works. And also we need to know too, that when we decide to do something, we start taking action, that we're going to come up against that terror barrier. Mind's going to say, oh, no, you've been comfortable over here. You can't go here. And just even knowing it's there, because it stops a lot of people, is to just keep going. And in our minds say, okay, it's just so, all right, whatever it is, whatever it takes. And to just keep going, because if you do, you will get to be, do, or have more than you have. And the nice side effect is peace of mind, tranquility. So, there we go.
Beautiful, beautiful. Hang on, now I think I'm on mute. Let me unmute myself. Bobby, can you unmute me, or do I have to unmute myself? Oh, my heavens.
No, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me.
You.
Oh, my heaven's sakes. Oh, my gosh. Well, thank you for that. All right. So, guys, one of the most brilliant things that we heard last night were the enhancements to our promotional cadence. Rather than just having promotions when we don't really know about them. In fact, back in the day, they used to think they wanted to actually keep them from us. So they were a surprise for us too. But now they have been so completely deliberate in how they're going to handle these within the calendar, how they're going to handle these promotions. And Cynthia was so excited when she heard this. She reached right out to me, and she was just like so lit up about this. Because early in the month, the 2 to 5, kind of those blackout days, we're going to do 100% based on encouraging subscription. In the middle of the month, we're going to have a special VIP day. And then at the end of the month, more promotion, incredible promotion to close out the month. So I'm going to let Cynthia tell you about these enhancements, the enhancements to the cadence of our monthly promotions. This is going to be every month following this systematic lineup of promotions. So Cynthia?
Thanks, Margie. Yeah, I was very lit up because what Modere is actually doing is giving a customer experience now. So our customers will have experience, right? They'll be like, what are those shoppers that go into these high-end stores and they lay out the red carpet? That's really what you want to think about with this new customer experience they've designed. So what I love about it is we used to sell a lot to promotions. We'd sell a lot, we get into high activity and sell to promotions. Well, now, because people got tired of that, right? We got tired of like, oh, it's another sale. Oh, it's another sale. So now there's a strategy, there's a system put in place every month. So your new customers, right, are going to be drawn to the subscription between the 2nd and the 5th. There'll always be a gift that's going to be structured. And what Modera is doing is they're going to communicate that to us the month before, right? Rather than waiting till the 5th or the 6th to do these, they're going to give us the information before so we can prepare and know what's coming up for that month. Then your VIP customers, you can see what they're doing with the OptiPack. They're getting more people on subscriptions and they're giving that product free, right? So new customers, existing customers can all upgrade to this VIP experience, getting 15% off, getting free shipping. And then every month on the 15th, they're going to have a Prime Day. They're going to have, our customers will have their own Prime Day. They can go in and they can shop. They'll get all the free shipping and they'll get a gift with their purchase. I have no idea what it's going to be this their first month, but they will have their own Prime Day. So you can say to them, look, you're now my VIP. You're a VIP of Modera. And they're going to give you a Prime Day every month where you can get stuff that you wanted and you'll get a gift and you can go shopping. Like, how people line up and wait for this Prime Day stuff that, so we have that to offer now. And then on the 29th and 30th of every month, this is where you go in and you're going to enroll new customers, right? The 29th and 30th are after all the subscriptions are done. The 28th is last day they run. So the 29th and 30th, you can add new customers and you can also prime them for knowing that the first week of the month, again, before the subscriptions run, that they will have an opportunity to get another free gift. And I would just want to put this out there. Somebody told me, it's kind of a secret, but somebody told me that these people that we're enrolling now with OptiPack this month, when they do it again next month, right, they're going to get their $20 off, which we know their second month, they get $20 off their next subscription. But we're going to get cash. We're going to get cash when they do their second month. And I think this might be an ongoing thing. So it might be $5. I don't know, it might be $5. But hey, 100 people at $5, it's good extra cash, right? So that's what I heard. I don't know, mum's the word.
You're correct. Oh, you're muted, baby. Oh, okay. You're done with your part. Okay.
I'm done.
Right.
Yeah, it's
My
amazing.
For those of you listening in replay, we just recapped that part of the Zoom very quickly for you so that you could hear the beginning when the recording option wasn't working in the previous one. Thank you for that great idea, Bobby. And Cynthia, my heavens, you are just such an incredible leader to be able to just wrap your arms around everyone. And let me just say this, you are on fire and this is your time. There is not anything that is going to stop you from getting to the top. I feel it. I know it. You deserve it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So thank you for all of that. Now, another one of our dear, really loyal and dedicated social marketers that has been with me for 2 decades or more, Alice O'Dwyer. This woman is, did I say Alice Page or Alice O'Dwyer? What is it? Which one is it? Okay, you need to unmute, baby.
Yeah, I was muted. I'm talking. Yeah, I go by Alice Page O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer is officially my last name, but
Okay. Okay.
But my Facebook still says Paige.
Right. So she's going to share. We had a quite incredible weekend with some of our very top elite Blacks coming together. The Teagues, the Zoleckis, and the Meltons coming together in Nashville. And we had both Cynthia and Alice were there. They're going to give you a little bit of a recap. And what I know is that you need to show up to grow up and to go up. You just need to being there, putting yourself in a place where you can immerse yourself. What happens when you leave an event like that is your vision is stronger, your belief is stronger, you're more attractive. I remember leaving the very first event of Modere, the like Modere 1. And I was so lit up that I was talking to people in the waiting area at the airplane, like nothing could stop me. And guess what? I was so on fire that they were attracted, right? Like people are attracted. Our dear friend, the late John Smart out of Australia used to say, my friends, get on fire for this business. People will come from miles around just to watch you burn. So that's what happens when we attend these events. Let me pass it to you, Alice.
Yeah, these events are amazing. And when I started hearing 2 Saturdays in a row that there was going to be one in Nashville, I'm like, where, how do I get signed up? So I asked Margie and she got me in touch with Michelle Teague, who on Messenger gave me all the info, and I went to it, got 2 guest tickets, and I knew it was going to be just really important to get there because, like you say, events are just incredible. And this one being local, in person, smaller venue with an amazing trio of couples, Melton, Zaleckis, Teagues. I can remember meeting the Zaleckis in Dallas when Modere was not officially even Modere. We were transitioning. And I met the Zaleckis, and there they were with their little bitty boy. You know, he was just the older one, is just a toddler at the time. And I thought, I've got to be there because I'll be able to talk to all these people and see them when it's such a smaller venue. And I knew it would expand my vision, lift my beliefs, lift my spirit. And that's exactly what it did. Got 2 guest tickets, hoping to bring both my boys. One had commitments he couldn't change, and one changed some of his commitments so he could come to a good bit of it. And so I was so happy that Andrew got to come with me because, of course, my boys have been using these products
Their entire lives almost.
forever, little kids. And yeah, basically. And at least since they were 4 or 5. You know, I'm telling them about it all the time and how wonderful it is. I have always wanted to get them to an event. So I was delighted to have Andrew with me. And the morning started with giveaways from Tony. Andrew got the first giveaway and he was so excited, got himself a backpack. And he said, I needed a backpack. This is wonderful. Because he's starting a master's program this month. And he loved Tony. So I managed to pull Tony out of the event because so that Andrew could meet him before he had to leave. And they've connected on social media. And then he also just loved Brandon Forbes, who I think he's also reached out to. I have to double check on that. Andrew's a go-getter, high speed, you know, he just doesn't really only pull ahead, but and he's always working on his own self-development, does that every day. So, and Brandon was speaking about mindset and being mentally fit, and he was saying how in network marketing, it's kind of like riding a bike. I think Andrew was just thinking in life, it was kind of like riding a bike, but that was all right. That you've got 2 gears, a high gear and a low gear, and you reach both to get your goals. And it's okay to use your high gear, but to give yourself permission to go down to low when you need it. And when you're riding a bike, the only way you can coast is downhill. So Andrew said he will remember that gear story, and that would really stick to him. He also liked it when Brandon was talking about sprints, and then it's okay to do some walking and slow down, but never sit. And I think that's kind of his motto anyway. So it just resonated with him totally. Brandon let us all take a selfie. So Andrew and I did ours together, and Brandon said, remember, you're created for greatness and God created you with a destiny. So that was special too. And it's nice to have him with me and let him experience a little bit of all this magic. Then I love Michelle Teague's talk. She talked about confidence a lot and told us that if you didn't have the confidence to go to the next level, that your activity will drive up your confidence. And that statement resonated with me. She said, do 100% activity, do the busy activities every day, but be creative, make sure you're being yourself, tweak what other people are saying, don't copy it. She said, for example, if you have connections and you always talk to a certain friend on the phone, don't go to message, talk to them on the phone, be yourself, do whatever's natural for you. She talked about how she talks to everybody, and I need to do more of that, but always meeting people. And she likes to try to get selfies or take pictures with them, and then on her phone, and then she can get their number and send them the picture as a reminder, but that gives her a way to keep connected with them. Always asks them, what lights up your life or what fires you up? And then she makes a note of that. So when she has a rapport with them, she can go back and say, well, are you interested in looking at something that will help you get to whatever it was that, lights them up? And I thought that was a great idea. She talked about tracking your activity, make sure you're writing it down so it doesn't just say. Talked about that no is no, that she and Rick had one person that was in their funnel for 8 years and then finally joined and now thanks them all the time, giving up and circling back. So no is never a no. And I've had that too. People that I've talked to for ages, and all of a sudden, yeah, I think I want to try that finally. And then she ended up sounding a lot like you, our dear Margie, saying that it's in you to do this now. You've gotten through lots of other things in your life, and now it's your turn. You've got what it takes. We have the solutions. You're just in time right now. You're not too late. You're not too old, like someone having a birth on Sunday. You're not too young. You're just right on time. And I thought, oh, that's our Margie up there talking.
That does sound like.
And then, yeah. John Melton, I'm about running out of time, I think, but hang on, I'm looking for something. He had one statement that it just makes me laugh and reminds me of things my dad used to say: you can't have filet mignon with a hot dog habit. And I thought that was perfect. Hang on.
Adjust your
and then he had a
we're just getting the top of your head. Yeah, there you go.
What?
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at them on my iPad.
Hey,
one slide, yeah. One slide he has said, there's a lot of people out there who is struggling and praying for a solution, and you've got a mirror mouth. Don't be stingy. That's just all John Melton, and I like that. When took a picture of that, and then I'll just finish up with Sarah Zalecki had great points, and they are available. Some of these Facebook groups, and I'm not sure which one without going back and looking. Cynthia probably knows right now. But one thing that she said that I don't have is I have to have an accountability partner. So that I put in my notes that I have to do right now. Just so many good points, but I think I've used up more than my 5 minutes. So thank you for asking me to share. And
sharing that. As you were sharing, 2 things came to mind that I jotted down after last time I heard you say that. As John Maxwell says, that success is uphill all the way. Success is uphill all the way, right? No coasting. We have to be willing to do the do, pay the price. And I have from the year 1989, 90, right when I first started. And I was launching Malaysia and Hong Kong. I had one girl from Hong Kong, one guy from Malaysia. So we all speak different languages, but we did have a commonality in English. And we went to a ceramic shop, and still to this day, I've got it sitting right in front of me with the Chinese characters. And what it says is, there is no straight path to the peak, right? And the saddest thing I've seen through my years is that people quit too soon, when just around the corner. At one point, one of my guys that was having a really solid 5-figure monthly income we looked, and between him and me, he had rolled up now to my front line. You will remember him, Michael DeVolio. And there were probably 4 or 5 people between he and I, above him and below me. And if they had just stayed in the game long enough, bought the toothpaste or the mouth rinse, they would have been making a 5-figure income now. So the key is just know it's a journey. It's not, and it can be a sprint for a minute, then it's a walk, then it's a sprint. There's no straight path to the peak, but you still have to keep reaching for the peak. And Alice, you totally teed up our next speaker, which is Bobby. As you know, Cynthia has been just working to bring everybody together with some amazing team promotions. I'm participating behind the scenes.
Oh, I hit the wrong one. Crap.
Okay, I'm back.
Sorry.
If we go 5 minutes without a technical difficulty, I think things are too easy. This is a test for our resilience, everybody. Anyway, it's a journey. And Alice perfectly teed up Bobby, because with these team promotions, he's going to take a quick minute to talk about the 2 we have running right now, the challenge, the accountability, the ATM that we've got going on, ATM challenge that we have going on right now, the accountability challenge, why they're important, why you should be pushing and being a part of these. Every little bit of effort, even if you don't see it, something is happening, whether it's below the surface or whether you finally see something sprouting up through the ground. Something's happening. Activity will always pay off. Massive activity pays off better. These promotions, thank you, Cynthia. To you, Bobby, to talk about them for a couple of minutes.
Hey, thank you so much, Margie. I can't say enough about the leadership here. I love that quote that you were using, that there's no straight line to the peak, and there's no straight path to success. I think I can say that I have tried about every other possible path, and I know I've got to be on the right one now because it's the last one I'm running with. So these challenges, these team challenges, they are great. I know every time I have participated in one of these team challenges, I've met at least one new person that has challenged me, that I have learned something from. And a few times I might have actually even been able to teach somebody something, which sometimes seems almost impossible for me. But I have a lot of fun on my day job. One of the things that I do want to mention, one of the quotes that I recently learned was, we were talking about training employees and grooming employees. And someone's like, well, if we train them, they might go somewhere else. And the guy just simply said, well, it's like this. Would you rather train them and keep them? Train them and lose them, or not train them and keep them? And that goes so far in so many different success habits, when we think about it, because all we're wanting to do is make one more step up, one more phone call, one more text message, one more person that we bring into our inner circle, so to speak. These challenges help do that. They also help with our accountability. As we're having these conversations, it's challenging each one of us to reach out to one more person, that we ATM them, that we add, tag, and message them. I like to qualify people before I throw them in the group. I like to find out, hey, when will you be in front of your computer? When will you be available? I've got a group you got to see. I just want to gather some information. However, your flow of your conversation has been going needs to continue that flow and that conversation for that invite. And when you do that, plug them into the leadership. They see other people winning. The biggest thing that I absolutely fell in love with when I was referred to Miss Margie Aliprandi, we had this conversation. She said, welcome home. You're going to love what you see here. She could have told me everything I needed to know. I already had my credit card out. I was ready for her to ask me for the numbers. I didn't even know what the crap it was. She followed the system. She sent me a couple of YouTube videos. She added me to 2 of the groups. I immediately connected Kathy to her. I said, I'm all in. Let's get Kathy involved because she's really looking for something. Told her exactly what she wanted. She followed the system. Cynthia hit perfectly in one of the trainings the other day about systems duplicate, systems win. Anybody on here can be an unbelievable recruiter and you can bring everybody on board that you want. But if there's no system to plug them in, to teach them the steps to work 24/7 like our system works, I was sleeping when Margie's growing India. You know, the system works, guys. Just keep plugging into it. That helps with your accountability. That was a great lead in when she was talking about finding that accountability partner. I'd say once a week, but I'd be lying. I think I text Margie at least every other day, just to kind of update. And some days I will even wrap up the week just for one, so that I remind myself who I've talked to, what action steps I've made, what actions I've planned. Cynthia, with these challenges and the personal development, which fits me to a T,
Yes.
because I find a book and I plug in. I was at a lunch with a consultant today. He said, I see you as a motivational speaker. And as I pulled out my Access OptiPack, and I know the man absolutely loves supplements, he says, what are you taking there? I said, I can show you how to get this for free. He was a customer back in December and he hadn't come back on. He said, I'm a sucker for all of these supplements. I said, yes, you love to run. You almost made the Olympics. I said, you've already told me about your joint pain. You got to be on my BioCell. Here's the link. And then I'm talking to him. He said, hey, I'll check out your Modere stuff. I said, oh, by the way, I said, that Access pack, I said, that ends tomorrow night. You got to jump on in and order those 2 BioCells. I said, I'll help you. I said, I'll follow up first thing in the morning.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The only thing that I've got on my notes that I wanted to include was I want to remind you guys about team. And that's together, everyone achieves more. I don't
Yes.
care if it's football, basketball, what sport it is. And I love that you mentioned that sticking around, Margie, because how many teams stick around to be right there at that end of that game to be in a winning position? And there's no
Amen.
doubt in my mind, everybody here's in that winning position. Let's go get it.
Amen. Thank you, Bobby. I don't know if you've tuned into any of the India calls, but I know Sean knows this, and I know Cynthia knows this, that we have a mantra that we end each of our meetings with. And that mantra, we repeat it 3 times, is together we rise. No one will be left behind. We will link arms. Anybody that shows up, anybody that's hungry, anybody that wants to go forward, together we rise. No one will be left behind. Together we rise. Right, Sean? Right, Cynthia? Thank you, Bobby. Oh my gosh, I get fired up just listening to you, my friend. So I'm going to pass it to Cynthia now so that she can share some of her perspective from the Nashville event and the Friday evening leadership. Please, Cynthia, jump on in.
Oh my gosh, I'm already so moved by this. So I'm glad we're all together. I think one of the things I want to share about Nashville is that, I was looking at it all. I did a live video in my professionals group, a little small group, on, I think it was Sunday morning when I was still in Nashville. And, I was looking at it all month and I was like, I want to be there. I want to be there. I want to be there. And then I was like, the safe thing would be not to go because I have extra expenses. Rent went up like $400 a month. I have things I'm doing for my kids. I'm like, okay, I'm making good money, but I like I'm growing, and I got things I got to pay. And I wasn't going to do it. And I think I texted Margie like Thursday night, and I run things by her a lot of times because of, right, how she knows about growth, right? And when I want to step on the brake is usually when I need to put on the gas, but my mind is telling me, be smart, be frugal, be, all these things. And so I know enough to say, help me out here. And I think, Bobby was referring to that you got to have somebody who you trust, who will tell you to do the thing you don't want to do when you need to do it. And she said, get in the car, get on a plane, do whatever you need to do. You need to be with these people. And it was exactly what I needed to level up, because I was getting comfortable. I was getting comfortable in my comfortability. Right. And I'm telling you, it was a big risk. And I felt all the things. We were on that call last night, the accountability challenge, that I developed right after going there. I'm like, all right, we got to do ATM. We got to do accountability challenge. You know, let's get these people who want to move in action and get them learning the system. And it was what I needed to level up and to be around these people in Modere who are doing so amazing. I mean, you think about these people 7 years ago starting, and I'm here 5 years. But 7 years ago, they were not who they are today.
It's true.
Right? They had gone through stuff. And what was really moving to me, number one, when I was on that plane and I had, put all my trip on credit card, and I'm like, eh. So there's that fear and there's that excitement at the same time. It's like, I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good, but oh my God, I'm scared. That's the place to be. That when you're growing, those are the emotions. And somebody talked about it, Debbie, I think that's the terror barrier. It's like you want to cry because you're so afraid, and you want to laugh because you're so excited. It's like all that at once. That's when you know you're growing and you're breaking through the terror barrier. So the thing I wanted to talk about is the entanglement theory, right? Like how we are now together with everybody who wants to grow. So quantum physics is kind of like a pastime hobby of mine, and I love it. And so when I was there, the entanglement theory is who you hang around with. You know, the average of the 5 people you hang around with is the average of your income and your thinking and where your life is going to be. I think Bob Proctor talks about it. All the greats talk about it. Like, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you where you're going. I can predict your future by your 5 friends. So, I went there open, and this is something else that I have, that I don't know where I developed it, because I do not come from this lineage where people are open-minded and open-hearted. I don't know. It's probably been personal development, but I am very open. I'm very coachable. I'm very open to learning new things. And that was something else you told me, Margie, was like, with your open heart and your open mind, you're going to learn some things there that will take you. And that's what I really, went there with, that attitude. And I heard people who changed my life. One of the things, I heard people talk, and I was sobbing and I was laughing and I was sobbing some more. And I'm like, oh my God, how far I've come. One of the girls talking there, Allison, just so moving. I wish I got her on video, but they really don't want you videotaping. So Allison went through so much challenge. And one of the things I experienced when I got here was I was broken. I was a broken person in a lot of ways when I got here, and I got to meet Margie and I got to meet Modere at the corporate office. And I was not trusting of the industry. And, Modere has something divine about it, that it helps people heal their brokenness. It's not just physical. I mean, that is phenomenal. But I've talked with people about this in healing modalities, and, you have to start with the body. People try to start with the mind, and you cannot. Until the body is clean and able to receive, you cannot change. It has to go in through the body. So think about this amazing structure of Modere healing the body. We can't say that, but it does. And then your heart starts to heal. Your trust issues start to heal, because we have amazing people here, right? Your heartbreaks start to heal because of the entanglement, which is being around all these people. So that was powerful. I felt that all weekend. And people were loving and they embraced. And, when I saw Tony, I was like, I saw him 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. And, he's really taken it to the next level. And I said to him, after we took a picture together too, it's like, I got to get a picture. And I said, your vibration has really increased. You've taken it to a whole new level. And he's like, really? So it was so cool because, you think he would know, right? Because like now they're 7-figure
So
earners.
incremental. You don't notice, right? It's so
Yeah.
incremental.
He didn't know about himself that he had taken it so high. And I was like, he killed it. He killed it there. And all these leaders were doing that. And so anyway, it was like a calling, like being in the environment is like a calling. And I love that they do the things that we did in old school where, you give away all these gifts for different things. And I'll ask this real quick. So do you guys know the values of Baudère, all the values? And this is really significant. So they were asking questions like that and then giving out a gift. And I got a coconut lime trim. Woo! Yeah. The question was, where is the corporate office? And I had been there, Newport Beach. And I said, Newport Beach. And then and Tony didn't hear me or something. And everybody around me is like, she said it, she said it, she said it. They're all taking care of you, right? So the values, are disruptive, compassion, vibrant, and we resonate with those things. And I pulled them up over here. Yeah. Humble, right? Which is no ego, authentic. But which one did Ozma add?
Extraordinary.
Yeah. Shh, Margie, I want everybody else to do it. So when Ozma came and became our CEO, she added extraordinary. And that's what this company is calling you to do. The leader is inside, right? And this company is calling you to be that. And I see it happening with Bobby. I see it happening with Cassie. Cassie's hungry. I see it happening with Catherine, right? I see it happening with these people. So let me just share real quick. I won't take much more time, but I want to share. So again, it's a system, right? A system in your business. And this was from the leadership, which I love. I've been like playing around with this system in the month. Your monthly structure should consist of the first 10 days, right? The first 10 days of the month, I run ATM challenges. I run customer challenges, giveaways, intermittent fasting, water challenge. You can do this with your customers. But the point of that, the first 10 days is to bring new people into your funnel. Bring new people, bring new people, bring new people the first 10 days of the month. That should be your action. The second 10 days of the month is you're educating them, right? Whether they're looking at the business, you're educating them by you put them in social retail, go back with them, message them, all that stuff. And that same with the customers, you're educating them on what you have to offer for them, right? And then the last 10 days of the month, your follow-up close, follow-up close, follow-up close. And I love that structure because I was trying to look at, okay, how do we, bring a lot of people into the groups, right? Your funnel is your groups, bring them in, ATM them, and bring lots of people, bring them by attraction. And then educating them for 10 days. It's wonderful. And then follow up and close. So you know what you're doing every month over for the big picture. So I love that. And then the last thing is, one of the things that I kept hearing over and over in leadership, and Tony kept saying it. He's like, there's 3 things to accomplish your goals, 3 things that you need, bottom line to accomplish your goals. And the repeating pattern was 1, decide on a goal, right? And it's your responsibility. And I talked about this last night on our Zoom. It's your responsibility. If you have a dream, it's your responsibility to feed it. That's how you get fire in the belly, is because you're building your dream, and that takes your mental focus, right? My life is going to be this way. I don't pay attention to what's going on right now. My life is going this way. This is where I'm going. So that's number 1, have a goal, write it down. Only 3% of the people write it down, and those 3% always get it. Number 2 is, where is it? So you write down your goal, and then you choose what you're at, like brainstorm with your mentor or brainstorm, with somebody who you trust to help you achieve that goal. What are your action steps going to be? Like Monday, I'm going to do this. If it's a workout, Monday, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do it for 30 minutes. Tuesday, I'm going to do this. Wednesday, I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. This is my activity. And then the third thing that most people leave out is massive accountability. You got to tell everybody. You got to say it on a team Zoom. You got to, have people holding you accountable. So I was like, all right, I'm doing an accountability challenge. Who wants to do it with me? Let's do a weekly thing where we're actually following through on what we say we're going to do, right? Because it's so easy to just say it and not do it. So massive accountability, no matter what you want to accomplish. And I've seen people, like Bobby was saying, I've seen people really, really grow, and they love to know, what do I have to do today? So, and then the last thing I'll say, this might be very helpful for people when you're wanting to enroll people and recruit people. And Lisa Cox said this, and I love Lisa. And she was like, what she says to every new customer. So they're signing up, they're doing their order, you're, messaging with them or sitting with them or whatever, however you're talking to them. And she says, just so you know, there is a business opportunity, a business attached to this. If you ever want to make a few $100s a month or $1,000 a month, I want you to know that it's available. And if you want to stay a customer, I'm good with that, because I love customers and I'm going to make you feel so wonderful about being my customer. You're going to love it. But I don't want you to say later, oh, Lisa, you never told me, so would that be of interest to you? And if not at this time, okay. So the phrase is, just so you know, let everybody know, because in 2 years to 5 years, everybody will know about Modere. And if you don't talk to your neighbor or you don't talk to your customer, somebody else will about the business, right? So cover your bases by saying, thank you so much for being my customer, just so you know. That's it.
So dang good. Aren't you glad you went? Oh, you guys, this has been just an amazing team Zoom. I want to thank everybody that is listening to the replay of this. I want to thank everyone who showed up, everybody who participated, just pouring their hearts into you. Cynthia, I'm particularly touched by what you were sharing about the healing aspect on every level that Modere can provide. When we were looking at what our options were to invigorate the brand as we transitioned from New Ways to Modere, we could see that network marketing in general, something was broken. Something was broken. Not enough people were winning. And so we circled around it until we came up with this idea, something that had never, ever been done before. And a lot of people do come in jaded because they keep having a dream, but there's no way in those old models that enough people can win. No matter how good they are, they just can't win. And so they come jaded. Maybe they come limping. Maybe they come with less belief in themselves. We can wrap our arms around and keep moving forward and moving forward and moving forward. My friends, I'm just so touched by everything that everybody shared on this Zoom. And I'm excited. I know in the small group that's here attending and the maybe a little bit larger group that will listen into the replay, you have some big dreams. Some people have some urgency. I've had a few people say to me, I've got to make this work. You guys, you can. Work on the mindset, work on healing your body. I love how Cynthia says that. And then how Debbie said, work on your mindset, be willing to break through those limiting beliefs. This is a new day. This is a new way. It was designed to be. You're not here by accident, not one bit. And just to piggyback what you were just saying, Cynthia, about a month and a half ago, I did a Zoom for Jen Kennedy's team. She's a seller and a recruiter, black ranks on both sides. And she wants to nudge a lot of her sellers to recruit more. And I use a very similar statement to that to every single person in a segue sentence. that's so elegant so that it doesn't become like the elephant in the living room 3 months down the road. Did I tell you, you don't ever want it to be awkward. Suggest it up front. Just, I would be remiss if I didn't share with you, you're going to have great results, and I'll take those referrals. If you want to send them my way, I'll help you develop them so we can grow your credits, your lifting credits. But you might consider making some money while you're shedding those pounds. Just planting a seed, no big deal. Either way's fine, So I'm going to make that recording available to you. It was before I left for India. We were closing out the month. I didn't want to, distract you at all, but I'll post it in XM Nation tomorrow because it was really good. And she had a lot of great comments. So I want to thank you all, my friends. This escape is our family reunion. So work your butts off. Even if you don't get there, you're going to be so much further ahead if you jam and you keep that urgency and you keep creating your personal momentum. One thing that's real is that you can watch momentum come and go. You have personal momentum you need to create by your actions. And you will win if you will keep going. You will win if you don't quit. You will win. I know it. And we're with each other, right? Together we rise, right, you guys? Together we rise. No one will be left behind. Bring us the desire. Show us the activity. We'll tweak it until it hits the mark. Everyone will win. I love you guys so much. Bobby, thank you for letting us use the Zoom. Thank you again for Cynthia, for everything. God love you so much. Debbie, thank you for that beautiful, beautiful inspirational thought. Alice, thank you for showing up in Nashville and sharing your perspective. Bobby, thank you so much for talking about the promotions. Thank you for being here, Sean and Cassie and Catherine. I love you guys to the moon. Catherine, get feeling better, please. And to those who are play, we love you. Bye-bye. Bye.